Alright, so I get a lot of questions about mainly the different combinations and how I do, like, what I do for my everyday carry, things like that. Also, I get a lot of questions that have to do with, carry weapon versus nightstand weapon versus, something you throw in the vehicle, um, things of that nature. And I also get a lot of questions about knives. And I get these questions from relatives, friends. I get these questions every now and again online. Somebody will hit me up, want to talk to me about it. So I figured, all right, so I'll just make a short video, kind of give y'all the idea of what I do. Keep in mind, the weapons I have here are for self-defense, and I have each of them for a purpose, okay? Um, if you start and you're looking at everyday concealed carry, I prefer something like this revolver here, nice and small, or I prefer the Glock 43. Those two, to me, are two of the best carry weapons there are. And we can go in depth on these. So this right here is a Smith & Wesson. This one was actually, I think, from the 1960s, or actually 1950s, but it's 5 shots. Doesn't leave shell casings. This one happens to be in pristine condition. It was not always so. I actually sent this one off and had it redone to get the original grips, everything on it, back to the original look. Now this weapon is actually extremely small compared to a lot of weapons, and you can actually pretty much tuck it anywhere. You can tuck it in your boot, you can tuck it in a pocket, you can, throw it in a jacket pocket, things of that nature. As you can see, the barrel on it is very small, so you're not, this 38 special, you're not going to use this as, something that you're wanting to target practice with at great distances. This is a weapon that you use to protect yourself. It's a concealed carry. And maybe just in an instance where you don't want to leave no shell casings laying around. So it's a very good weapon. But I usually carry the Glock 43X as my everyday carry. But I have this, just in case. You never know when you might need something like this. So that's the reason I have it. But usually I'll carry a concealed carry weapon in conjunction with a knife, depending on where I'm going. You never know what you're going to need. So what I'll usually do is I'll combo these. I'll have, and like I say, the 43X is my pretty much everyday concealed carry. I do have bullets in there, aluminum, aluminum. They actually travel 2,000 feet per second. Very light. It makes the carry weapon very light. So this is a Glock 43X. I do prefer the 43X over the 43 because my hands fit around it nicely. I get a good grip. I have upgraded my sights. So I've got day-night sights on there. They glow. And actually, I was worried when I was changing these out that it was going to affect the reliability, not reliability, but accuracy of the weapon. So I was really concerned with that. But actually, in the end, these sights are actually as accurate, if not more accurate, than the sights that were originally on the gun. And I think these are the True Glow. I don't have the exact number on me, but it's the True Glow day-night sights. They glow very, very nicely at night. This lights up, glows very nicely. So this weapon is ideal for me to carry in any situation. And that's the reason I prefer it for my everyday carry. Now, usually I will actually have something like this. And usually I carry a Spyderco, just because of the fact I can use this. This is a good everyday utility knife for anything you want to use it for. So I don't have to worry about, this knife's 60, 70 bucks tops, okay? It's a great knife. It's very, very sharp. I can use it for self-defense. I can use it for other stuff. I prefer never to use a self-defense weapon for anything else. But like I said, that's the reason I carry this knife with me, because I can use it for anything. It's not just a self-defense knife. Unlike, say, the Microtech out the front. Now, this is a Microtech Ultratech Zombie lifetime warranty, but this is a $300 knife. You know, everybody doesn't want to carry around a $300 knife every day and, you know, risk losing it, damaging it. Even though it's got a lifetime warranty, there's still stuff you can do that the company's not going to replace it. So I wouldn't advise carrying a $300 knife with me all day, every day. It's just not worth it. Buy the $300 knife for that situation that calls for that $300 knife. Lock it up. Keep it safe. Benchmade push dagger. This is very, I mean, it's like $100, so it's not very expensive, but it does the job nicely. It fits in your hand great. You can have it out in an instant. Usually I carry this on my, like, the back side of my hip, I guess you say. And I mean, you can pull it within a split second. In the event that someone was on top of you or had you to the ground and you had no other way to go, you can have this thing out in just a second and actually neutralize the target or the attacker. So it's a great knife. Like I said, it's like $100, and you can clip it anywhere. You can clip it in a boot, you can clip it on your belt, you can clip it inside out to where this clip is hanging out and it's just hanging onto your pants. There's several ways to clip this knife to where it's very, very effective if you needed to get an attacker off of you. Now, again, I would not advise carrying this knife as a knife that you're going to use for anything but self-defense. There's no other purpose for it, really. Now, you can go into a bigger blade. I see a lot of people who carry different kinds of large blades. I have some bigger than this, but I just brought this as an example. I'm never going to carry nothing like this. Not for self-defense. Hunting, that's a different story. But self-defense, I would never carry this. One, I don't want anybody to see what I've got on me for self-defense. That's the reason it's concealed. I don't want anybody to know it's there. I want it to be a surprise in the event that I have to use it. And if you're walking around with something like this on your belt, somebody's aiming to do you harm, they're going to be looking at this. This is going to be something they're going to go for. So that's why I advise against carrying something like that. Like I said, you can get one of these little spider coves, and you can use it for a lot of things. Flips open very quickly, very nicely. And this knife is actually, like I say, this is more my everyday carry. Even though I have other knives that are actually made just for that job, this is my everyday carry for a reason. But in the event that you know you're going into a situation where you may need this, it's very quick. It's very dependable. Microtech fires these things like 10,000 times just to test them. It's very, very dependable. So, you know, ultimately in the end, you have to make up your mind what you want to use for your concealed carry and how you carry. That's something that is different for each person. So you have to really get out there and play with stuff and make up your own mind what you want to do. Now, myself, I advise, me personally, carrying weapons this large or even larger.